Hey guys, it's Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and Rachel's here from Just Another Button Company, and she's going to be showing us how you attach a button with your machine. And today she is using the snack pack, so she's going to show us.
Okay, so I have a piece of fabric here and a button from one of the snack packs. These are one of our handmade or hand-dyed buttons. I'm going to put the button on the fabric, and I don't want the button to move while I'm trying to sew it on because I want it to be in exactly the right spot. So my trick for accomplishing that is I'm going to use just some plain desk tape, and I'm going to apply the tape across the button, and we're actually going to sew through the tape. So I'll get my button attached. So the back of my fabric has some stiff stuff fused to it, just so that it's nice and firm and easy to sew through. And then I'm going to put my button and my fabric under the machine. All right, so I'm ready to put my button under my presser foot. I'm going to put it approximately where I think it's gonna go, and then I'm going to, by hand, lower my needle into the right hole of the button. And I want to try to get it centered in the hole, and I'm going to push it all the way down into the fabric. And then when I know it's in the proper spot, I'm going to lower my presser foot. I'm using an open-toed presser foot for this project so that I can see both of the button holes. Okay, and I'm going to use a zigzag stitch, and I've already lowered my feed dogs. That's very important to do because you don't want your button to move forward as you're sewing. Otherwise you will hit the button with your next stitch and you'll probably break your needle. So make sure your feed dogs are down and that you're set to a zigzag stitch. Now I'm not quite sure what width I'm going to use, so the first stitch I'm actually just going to do by hand by turning the wheel. So right now I'm set to a 4, and when my needle pops to the left, I'm going to lower it down slowly and see if it's a good width for my button. And it is. So I'm going to do one more by hand going back to the right just to be sure that I'm not going to hit the button and break my needle. Okay, now that I've confirmed that that's the proper width, I'm going to use my presser foot, my pedal, and take a few more stitches. Just move a little slow. And it doesn't have to be done several times, but some people like the bulk of the thread showing on their project. So if you like a lot of thread showing, then you can just do it, 10 times. I just do about 4 or 5 back and forth. And then to finish, you switch to a straight stitch, and your straight stitch also is not going to move forward because your feed dogs are down, and you're going to have to move your button or your button to the side a little bit. So I'm going to raise my foot, and I'm going to go back to the right hole and lower my needle. And now I'm going to lower the foot again, and I'm just going to take a few stitches, and that's going to secure my button in place. All right, then I raise my foot and my needle, and I'm going to pull it out and clip my threads. And my button is attached. Now all that's left is to remove the tape. All right, now the last step is to remove the tape. I'm going to pull from both sides and just kind of wiggle it back and forth. And it's got a split in the middle because I've sewed through it. And now I have a perfect finish. There's no tape showing. My button is attached really nicely. If I want to, I can turn it over and clip the threads, and then put a little dot of fray check just on the threads on the back to make sure that it's extra secure.
So make sure to check out all of the Just Another Button Company videos on the Fat Quarter Shop YouTube channel.